Shidim Shuri. Nice bounce in the market yesterday, but if you pay attention to the past 2 weeks, it's back to where it hasn't changed much. Okay, we have the only thing that can be said in the past 2 weeks is volatility is back. There was time where we got 1% plus move on a daily basis almost every day, and that's what we got. Okay, we're back into that highly volatile market where it's up more than 1%, down more than 1%, up more than 1%, so it's been going wild the past 2 weeks. So on the grand scheme of things, the trend is still lower. Let's take a look at Pepsi. Since Pepsi and Procter & Gamble have earnings coming today, specifically pre-market, so in about an hour, between 6. Usually when a company announces earnings pre-market, it is usually after 6 a.m. and before 7:30 a.m. Okay, can it happen at 8? Sure, but I tend to see things start to pop out 6:30 to 7:30. So let's take a look at Pepsi. I did have a put 136, 135, very tight spread, mainly because of this support right here, right? So can it breach it? I wouldn't mind owning 100 shares of Pepsi. Let's go back 3 years to see. Yeah, you can call that support, you can call it a channel. Any which way, it is key. As you can see, I trade Pepsi plenty, so this very busy looking chart, and let's clean it up a little bit. Okay, there's things that no longer matter. So take that out. Let's go back 10 years to see if any ref law to look at. 10 year, here we go. Let's see. If this fail, okay, you can see that's pre-pandemic high, pandemic crash, and there is between here where it is some kind of a zone of support. If all fail, okay, if we have a problem with this earning or in the next few months with recession and all the other issues, then that could be the next level. So can we see 129? Yeah. The answer is yes. And I don't bother with the fib. Not here. So that's my take on Pepsi. Wouldn't mind buying share. So depending on what's going on in pre-market, would I outright buy share? Because I have the puts. Okay, I will have to see where it's going. But if it seems like it find a bottom somewhere, I might buy a few shares. Now Coke surprised me. Okay, if there's a stock in food that surprised the heck out of me, is Coca-Cola. Holy cow, what's going on here? It's a sell. It's a hard sell. If you have it, time to go. Time to, at the minimum, please have your stop. I would have a stop right here at the 71.65 area, but at the least 71 to 20 MA. Not that it matters, okay? As you can see, it's not. The 20 MA it violate. Yeah, it's sure on an long-term uptrend, as you can see here, it matter. But then once it break that, yeah, it's right now it's dicey. Okay, but would I buy Coke? It would have to come down, way down, ref low. Okay, ref low, even gap fill. This is pure nonsense to me. Pure nonsense. Unless I'm missing something. I'm not sure what I'm missing. It makes sense to buy Coke here. It makes sense to sell Coke here, and it makes a whole lot of sense to get the F out of Coke right now. Mondelez. Would I buy it here? No. The time to buy Mondelez was down here, of course. Right now, ref high, resistance. Now, if you have it, trim into that 69, 70. Trim. Pushy. Would I buy it here? I don't hate it here. Compared to Mondelez, I don't hate it. Okay, I don't hate it. Look at this nice 52-week low green candle. Oh my! If you step into that 140, yeah, that's nice, right? It's nice to see 140 to 180. Yeah. Where do you see a 30% return in a month? Or 6 weeks, right? That's nice. Now, no. Okay, no. I don't hate it, but I don't like it either. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put alert on the next market meltdown. If it trigger, then I will take a look at HSY again. Okay? But now it is just watching. Procter & Gamble earnings coming today. I'm gonna set my alert. Well, I don't need to. It's gonna come up pre-market, so I'll know in the next hour. Would I buy it down here? Yes. Okay. Fib. Bounce once, bounce twice, 3 times the lady. Okay. So yeah, absolutely. Would I sell put spread if the stock crater? Yeah, down there. Below 155, yeah, a 155, 150 spread. If it have option, does it have? Yeah, there is. 155. If I was a little squeamish, if it down a lot, by a lot I mean 3% or more, and the juice on the 152.5 150 spread is 20 cents or more, yeah, I'm there. Okay, so I like that on watch. Hormel, which I like. Yeah, would I buy Hormel or add to it at the 50 MA? Yeah, that's where my order is. I have small order there, small order at ref low. And if those triggers, then I will look to see if it's worth selling put spread below. I don't hate Hormel here. I don't love it enough to add more at this level, but yeah, spam is spam. Who doesn't love spam? I love spam, but I also recognize that it is not very healthy. Yes, I am conscious enough, but I do eat it once in a while. I am a fairly healthy eater. In addition to do all kind of fasting regimen, but there's time for spam. Once a month is not bad. Okay, it's just like I don't eat a lot of sweet, but once a month, ice cream or cookies, not a bad thing. Even once a week, not a bad thing. Moderation, not gluttony. All right, so let's move on. Next one, KHC, which I also like. I also have. Also not adding. Would I add down here below 29? Yes. Channel low? Absolutely. If I see anything near 27, I'm buying. In fact, I would be, if this trigger, okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Create alert. If that alert trigger, that means I'm buying my auto trigger, and I will be selling put spread down here on naked put. Craft. Last, I also like this one. I like a lot. I bought some the last 2 days, and I will keep buying. I think this one only had monthly option. Let me look. Yeah, the option sucks. It's monthly option stinks. So no option play. That's why I bought the shares, because I really couldn't play. Now, would I play the options in 2 weeks? Yeah. When it's 2 weeks or less in expiration, I don't mind. I just don't like 4 weeks out, too far away. But after next week, things will look interesting. But for now, would I buy below 57? Yeah, that's why my order is. Every time it come down into the 56.8 and below, that's where my order has been the past 2 weeks to add. Okay, so I like it here. And that's it. Busy day today. The big one that most likely will move the market more than anything else is, of course, Google. And then tomorrow, I think tomorrow is Meta. Today is Google. Tomorrow you have FV. Oof, that's gonna be a big mover. Is there gonna be a Meta? I don't know what Meta is, but FV tomorrow. Google today. Later, people.